Hello, my friends. I'm Peymon Mottahedeh, the president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. In this presentation, I will answer this question that comes up a lot. Are you a state national, and so you do not need to file and pay income tax as a result of that? Well, let's take a close look at this question. Freedom Law School is our website. Go to freedomlawschool.org for answers to questions that are based on U.S. government's official legal websites. You can rely about why 99% of Americans do not have to file income tax. But let's go to this question now. Folks, America had all these states, 13 of them back in the 1700s. They became 50 states. They're all separate. Okay? And you see, folks, what happened is that for nationality purposes, folks, there's a Title 8 of the U.S. Code, federal laws. That's right. For nationality purposes, folks, United States means all the 50 states and U.S. territories. I will show that to you in Title 8 right now, Section 1001. Yep, here we go. Is definitions as used in this chapter. And this chapter is what? It's Chapter 12, Immigration and Nationality. So we go down to M38. There it is. The term United States, except as otherwise specifically herein provided, when used in a geographical sense, means the continental United States, Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands of the United States, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. So see, folks, we're all U.S. citizens, if we're from the 50 states or from U.S. territories. Every one of us. We are U.S. citizens and state citizens. I'm a Floridian. I live in Florida. And U.S. nationals all at the same time for nationality purposes. You see, folks, the Supreme Court tells us in the case of Hoover versus Evat that the term United States may be used in any one of the several senses. It may be merely the name of a sovereign occupying the position analogous to that of other sovereigns, family of nations like America, as opposed to Japan, Germany, Egypt. Okay, that's what it is for immigration nationality. We are all U.S. citizen nationals when we're in France, when we're in England, or Egypt, or Iran. Okay, now the term United States also may designate the territory over which the sovereignty of the United States extends. That is the District of Columbia and territories. For tax purposes, that's the United States they're referring to, as I will show you momentarily. Of course, the term United States, may be the collective name of the states which are united by and under the Constitution. All the 50 states, one after another. So, folks, if you look at the tax laws, Section 7701, folks, from the Internal Revenue Code, the federal tax laws, this book right here, folks, this is the Internal Revenue Code, the federal tax laws. What you see online right now is the electronic version of the same thing I have in paper format in my hand. So here it is. The chapter 79 on definitions has key definitions. When you're using this title, okay, they define United States and state, as you see here, as the District of Columbia. That's right, folks. United States here is only Washington, D.C., and no more. See, when it comes to tax purposes, they talk about United States personal citizens. They're talking about D.C. citizens. In different laws, the term United States means different things. So here, United States for tax laws means only D.C. And, folks, it's important for you to understand that they define the term United States many different ways in federal laws, tax laws, and other laws. If you go to step 1 of the 7 steps on our website, freedomlawschool.org, on our free stuff of IRS, on step 1 below this main video is this video. On the left says different definitions, United States. You click on that, folks. It'll get you to this video, okay? It's called Different Meanings of the Term United States. Prove that you owe income tax. It's a short and long version. And here you see many different definitions. Here's one right here. The United States in Title 28, Section 3002 means a federal corporation, an agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States. Does that even mean a land mass of any area at all whatsoever? So no, the short answer is you don't have to do anything about your citizenship. You don't need to become a state national. You're fine as you are a American national, U.S. citizen, state citizen. For tax purposes, you would deceive you into believing you were a U.S. citizen of the District of Columbia, because the United States means District of Columbia here. You are not a D.C. citizen or resident, therefore, the federal income tax does not apply to you. For more detail, watch the link below for the longer description on this topic. Free yourself, folks, of our deception, slavery, and robbery by going to freedomlawschool.org.